If you are thinking about building a barndominium in South Carolina, let me save you from one of the most expensive mistakes I see people make. They start in the wrong place, and by the time they figure it out, they've already spent money. Now, don't panic. Most situations are fixable, but it's a whole lot easier and usually a whole lot cheaper to do things in the right order from the beginning. I'm Megan, also known as the Barndo Chick. And whether you are looking outside of Greenville, near Columbia, or somewhere around Lake Murray, I talk to people every single week who are somewhere in the process. Some already own land, others are still looking, and plenty of people are simply trying to figure out where to start. And if there is one thing I've learned in more than 23 years in construction financing, it's this. Most people are not afraid of building a barndo. They're afraid of getting it wrong. Nobody wants to spend money twice. Nobody wants to buy the wrong piece of land, especially when it's a property they've already fallen in love with. And nobody wants to discover halfway through the project that they should have done things a little differently from the beginning. Well, that's where having the right guide makes all the difference. And yes, I did just point at myself because building a barndominium is not difficult when you have a plan. The challenge is knowing which steps to take first and which mistakes to avoid. That's what I help people do every single day. So let me ask you a question. If you were building a barndo, where would you start? The land, the builder, the architectural plans, or maybe the financing? Believe it or not, that is one of the most common questions that I get. Now, if you've been spending time online looking at floor plans and dreaming about your future home, that's completely normal. And honestly, that's part of the fun. But before you start spending money on architectural plans, land, engineering, builders, or anything else related for that matter, there are a few conversations that should happen first. And that is exactly where I come in. I've built my own 12,000 square foot barndo. I've built my own traditional home. And I've spent enough time developing land, flipping land and properties, and navigating construction projects to know where people tend to get tripped up. When I tell you there's a framework to this process, I'm speaking from personal experience. And the good news, you don't have to figure it all out by yourself. That's my job. From dirt to done, my team and I help clients understand the process, avoid expensive mistakes, and move forward with confidence. One of the most common calls I get is from somebody who's found the perfect piece of land. They are excited. They're sending the link. They're sending me pictures. They can already see the house, where the shop's going to go. And they picture themselves sitting on the back porch drinking coffee. I get it. It is exciting. But let me ask you something. Have you ever been so excited about something that you stop looking for reasons that it might not work? Most of us have. It's human nature. Sometimes that property turns out to be absolutely perfect. And sometimes there are some questions that should have been asked before anybody got emotionally invested. That is exactly why I encourage people to have a conversation earlier in the process, not because I want to slow anybody down, quite the opposite for that matter. I want to help you avoid surprises. The right property, it can be an absolute perfect opportunity. The wrong property can be a very expensive lesson. And unfortunately, you usually can't tell which one it is from the online listing. The same thing happens with builders. I can't tell you how many times somebody's called me and said, Megan, I found my builder. I love the excitement. It is fantastic that they found someone. But before we start planning the housewarming party with the builder, there are a few things we need to confirm first. Most situations are completely manageable when they are addressed early. And that really is the theme of this entire process. We're not looking for perfection, preparation. A little planning up front can save a tremendous amount of time, stress, and money later. Let's be honest. Most people don't wake up one morning saying, yep, I know how to do this all by myself. They just know they want one. And that's the easy part. Figuring out the smartest path to get there, that's where having the right team makes all the difference. Whether you're still saving photos online, actively looking for land, talking with builders, or sitting there thinking, I know I want one. I just don't know what the first step is. That's exactly why I'm making this video. My job is to help you understand the process, avoid expensive mistakes, and move forward with confidence. If you're considering building a Barndo in South Carolina, you'll find a link below where you can tell me a little bit about your project. Whether you're still in dreaming stage or ready to get serious about moving forward, I would love to learn more about what you're planning. It only takes a few minutes. It helps me understand what you're hoping to build, and I genuinely cannot wait to see what you have in mind. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe. The Barndominium community is one of the most welcoming groups of people you will ever meet. And if you're watching this video, you already know you want a Barndo. I'm Megan, the Barndo Chick, powered by XL Mortgage, and I look forward to helping you take your project from dirt to done.